Now, before we move on to soybeans, we got to talk again about African swine fever. This virus is about as bad as it gets for hog diseases. And there are also localized outbreaks in Europe and Russia. And I guess I need to add now we've got outbreaks in South Africa as well. Spreading rapidly within China. China had 54% of the world's hog production prior to this disease hitting. Pork is the #1 driver of food inflation. China coming out this week and saying that pork prices are up in April. We're up 14.4% year on year. I'm talking about at the grocery level, at the retail level, fresh pork prices. So they're already starting to feel the effects of it. They're pulling pork out of the reserve from all indications. We think, based on the intel that we have, that that reserve is going to start running dry probably sometime at the end of the third quarter. And then we're going to probably start to see shipments of pork from the United States pick up, deal or no deal, here soon, but really start to ramp up in the fourth quarter of this year. And that's when it's going to become the most dire situation there into 2020. We see this as a 5 to 7 year issue. USDA really not showing that yet at this point. So if we look at the reports, these are the official reports that China has made. And we've got a lot of evidence indicating that China is simply not reporting all the cases that are there. I'm not saying that China is lying to us. I think there's a lot of reason, we have a lot of information to indicate that local governments really aren't giving the national government the true story of what's happening. And a lot of that has to do with the requirements that are put on the local governments. If they have a problem, the financial burden it puts on them, that they don't have the finances to cover. And so a lot of things happen. So Chinese government may not even know the full scope of it. I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. But it has spread to every province in China now, even across the desert to the west. And as I talk to our team in China each week, I ask them, do you see any evidence that the government's efforts to stop the spread of it had any effect to slow its spread? And they say each week, no evidence of that. It's continuing to spread.